The first step to this process is removal. I'm tired of looking at it. It's time to go. Get in a car like this and smile, there's something wrong with you. What is up, all of my beautiful YouTube family? Welcome back once again to the Bad LSX Garage YouTube channel. I'm glad each and every one of you decided to stop back by again this week to see what's going on here at the garage, here at the compound. Now, if you've watched my previous videos, you will know that when I did the 1,000-mile review on this 24 Road Glide, there was a few things that I disliked about the bike. And if you haven't watched that video, definitely go out back and check it out through my playlist. But one of the major things that I disliked about this bike was the license plate frame. This whole bike flows so well. It flows so good. It's sleek. It's got a great design, a great feel to it. But then you get to the back, to the license plate frame, the light itself, well, the light and the frame, let's just be honest, and it looks like a big nose. It looks like a big pecker hanging off the back, and it just does not fit the bike at all. Now, as you know, if you own one of these new model design Road Glides and Street Glides, supply and demand is just all over the place. As soon as the parts become available on the shelf, they're already gone. So, like I said, that left me in limbo. Finally, I was able to get my hands on a customdynamics LED license plate frame, but you have to hook this frame into something, and that bracket, well, it's also unavailable. I was having issues finding it as well. You get on Harley Davidson, they're sold out just as soon as they become available. Same with eBay and Amazon. But luckily, I found a company on eBay, and no, guys, I'm not affiliated with them. I'm just throwing it out there so you guys can also look and check them out, called alloutgraphics. They have 4 different designs that you can choose from, and yeah, I finally got my version 1 today, and we're gonna get rid of this ugly looking pecker, ugly looking nose off the back of this Road Glide, and we're gonna turn this bike into what it should have looked like when it rolled off the showroom floor. The first step to this process is removal. I'm tired of looking at it. It's time to go. Now, I know that seemed a little bit drastic and a little bit unnecessary, but to me and for me, it looks a lot better already, and it's broken. But I've got something to fix that. With a new bracket and a new plate cover, gonna fix it right up. Now that I feel better, let's get this garbage off of here. T27, let's remove these 2 bolts. Now, you do want to keep in mind that there's a little triangle back here in the back. Just hold it as you're taking off these T27s, and then this bracket in the back should come off. Take your fingers, squeeze this, and just casually push it through the fender just a little bit. Don't go crazy, don't start pulling and tugging, because you got to keep in mind there are wires hooked to this. Now come to the back side. Here's that little triangle piece that I was telling you about. The wires, your connection is in this. So pinch on the outside, like I showed you, push it through, and then there you go. What you want to do is take a screwdriver and disconnect this piece right here so you can get to the clip in here. Put your screwdriver in this little slot right here. Your wire, your connection is right there that you need to disconnect right there. So let's get that disconnected. Once you have that wire disconnected from that little triangle piece, you can pull it back through the fender, and right there is your clip. Push that clip and disconnect and put this off to the side somewhere. And when I say put it off to the side somewhere, I mean right there. Now that you've got that goofy looking thing out of the way, you need to come back here and clean up. Clean up all the road grime that was hidden behind the bracket. Just clean everything up before you actually put your new bracket on. Speaking of new bracket, I want to introduce you to them. I want you to know that this whole video was not sponsored by anybody. I bought this stuff out of my own pocket, from the Custom Dynamics frame plate to the actual bracket that goes on the back. Now, like I told you, the whole supply and demand deal is just off the chain. I was lucky enough to actually get the Custom Dynamics, the cover, but the bracket itself, it's one of those things that's hard to find. You can find them on Harley Davidson, but most of the time they're gone. You can also get them on Amazon, but who knows. I did find somebody on eBay, but he sells out of them awful quick as well. It's All Out Graphics on eBay. I'll post it in the description. I'll also post a part number with the Custom Dynamics frame as well, but it just comes with the bracket that you need to be able to bolt this whole assembly together. Now, your Custom Dynamics frame does come with its own little bolts, but you're not going to be able to use those. You're going to have to use the bolts that actually come with the bracket that you get from eBay, and they are a 2mm. This will be what holds your frame, your tag, and all of that together. But you do need to reuse the bolts that came out of the original frame itself. That's where it bolts into here. So yeah, it's a nice little piece. There are, I think he has 4 different designs. He has one that is shaped sort of like the Harley-Davidson shield. He has one that eliminates this little piece right here and moves it up here. Just go check him out. All Out Designs on eBay. While I was showing you about this bracket from All Out Designs, I was also cleaning this up. So we've got all the road grime and stuff off of this. Now, as you see, there's a little provision right here in this fender. That's what this little provision on this little 3D printed bracket is for, is to cover that up. Now, the other designs that he has that ends up covering this up, it also kind of comes up and makes this look more like a Harley-Davidson shield. Like I said, guys, just go check him out. I think you'll be happily satisfied. And yes, this is a 3D printed piece, but who cares as long as it works, right? So what you want to do is take your plug, pull it through, and just line the frame up just like that. It's really that simple. Go from the back side, hold the little bracket that's in the back so you can actually put your screws in, your T27s. Put both of those in, tighten them down, and then we're ready to hook up the Custom Dynamics frame. Now let's put the Custom Dynamics frame on. You take your plug that comes with the Custom Dynamics and plug it into the existing wiring harness of the bike. Plugs right in like so. That's what I love about Custom Dynamics as well. Everything fits. Just run that wire back through, because remember, you're going to have to cover it back up with this little triangle piece on the back side of the fender. So at this point, we are ready for the license plate. Now, I know a lot of people's going to freak out. Oh, he's showing his license plate. I would never do that. Guys, we live in 2025. If you want to find out about somebody, I'm sure a license plate is the least of my worries, but regardless, we're going to push this wire through. You're going to have to bend your license plate because it now is not straight, it's contoured. So bend the plate, run your wire around through this little piece right here, and then it is ready to be bolted up with the 2mm Allen bolts that come with the bracket. And now the little triangle piece is over the back of the wires, and we have a new license plate frame, my family and friends. Now that's the way she should have looked from the factory. That's the way it should have rolled off the assembly line, Harley. And I know apparently it was an afterthought to you guys, but to us, it was probably one of the first thoughts when we seen these bikes that's got to go. But unfortunately, because of supply and demand, well, it's took us almost a year to actually be able to do this. But it's okay, it's done now, and it's out of the way, and it looks awesome. On a scale 1 to 10, 1 being the easiest and 10 being the hardest, I'm gonna give this a 1 easily for installation. It's not that hard. The biggest part for me was recording. It took me about an hour. It'd probably take you guys 20 to 30 minutes. It's not that hard at all. In fact, I'm gonna ask you guys, why haven't you done it already? Is it because of the simple fact, like I said, supply and demand, and you can't get a hold of it? Well, you may have to do like I did. Just piece it. Get the Custom Dynamics piece as soon as it comes available, and then find the bracket that you want. like I said, check out All Out Customs on eBay. I think it was like 28 or 30 bucks shipped to the door, so really not bad at all. A little bit cheaper than most. And also Custom Dynamics, I think it's like 48 bucks for the plate itself, or the cover itself. So not bad at all. You can go to other companies. I think Eagle Lights has one as well, but I think it's about $25 or $30 higher. And to be honest, I just thought I would go with Custom Dynamics this round. I like the way they look, and well, why not? The two best things that I have done to this motorcycle as far as modifications go are the Fatbagger's easy adjustable clutch cable, the little adjuster, and this license plate frame. It's changed the bike drastically. Well, and let's not forget about Freedom Shields, the windshield as well. Now, Freedom Shields I was sponsored by, but Fatbaggers and Custom Dynamics I am not sponsored by, but great products. And like I've told you guys plenty of times, if I like something, I'll stand behind it no matter if I'm sponsored or not. But listen, Custom Dynamics, hit me up. I'd love to be, maybe we can do a collaboration or something together. I don't know, just holler at me. Anyways, fam, I love each and every one of you, and until next week, listen, we got a lot of stuff coming up, a lot of motorcycle content and a lot of Silverado content coming your way, so you do want to stick around and stay tuned. But until next week, fam, I love you. I love each and every one of you. Are you ready? Let's do this. Peace. I'm out.